What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. Hope you guys are having a great day. So today's the day. About to go get breakfast with Aunt. Aunt's gonna come with me to the autocross event, so we're gonna get breakfast and then we'll head straight there, and then hopefully it's just sign up. Well, not sign up, I've already signed up, but you know, sign waivers or whatever, and then hang around until it's time for tech on track, and then we go. So see what happens. Okay, so we're at the track, quote unquote track, but went through tech already, passed, no problems. I had to put the more stickers on the car, like the class identification, because I didn't know what class my car would be in. So put that on there, so the car's good now. I'm just walking the course right now, so I'm just waiting on them to do the novice course walk, because like I said, it's the first time I've ever done this. So once we do that, then I think we just wait until they go on track, and then it's just a matter of time for we get to go. So chill out, hang out, and then once we get on track and get the GoPros going. And I hope you guys can either hear me or even see me, because I have no idea what these camera setups look like. But I'm about to do our first one, our first run. I'm in the first group, so I got to drive and then work, and then so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, we'll just kind of go with the flow. Gonna try and get an instructor in the car first time, so try and feel it out first. All good?
How you doing?
Good, how about you?
Good.
Yes?
Yeah, anything so contact
All good?
Okay, so my name is George. What's your name?
Dylan.
Dylan. Nice to meet you.
Yes, sir, you too.
Alright, how many autocross events have you done?
I've worked for a company and done a couple, but this is my first driving one.
Okay. When you say you work for a company,
It was experiential events groups. Basically, they did like the Dodge Thrill rides and stuff like that.
okay.
So I've done other events with them, working courses and stuff like that.
Okay, so I'm going to yell at you. Don't take it personally.
Yeah.
I've got it open on. If I say faster, I want you to if I say faster, I want you to repeat it faster. Every degree is a smooth application of the call. If I say brake,
Okay.
I want you to give me a good solid, kick of the pedal, get right back on the gas when you were go faster. the slalom, you were turning a lot. And you don't need to turn that much to get through that slalom.
You talking about the first one or the second one?
The first, right when you come back up the hill and you go around, there's a slalom going down the backside. So you can turn the wheel a little less there.
Okay.
Your line is generally pretty good. It's a big car and it drives heavy, but it handles extremely well.
Right.
I'm assuming this is a stock GT350?
Yep, stock all the way around.
So even stock, it is a magnificent car. So what we want to do is want to play to the car's strengths, which are the grip and the ability to kind of hold power in a turn. Okay. So the next run, I want you to be a degree more aggressive. I want you to keep looking ahead, but I want to make sure that you were able to tighten up your line really well coming down the hill, but I felt like you added a little bit of distance going down the hill because you were way wide out of the line. Okay. But you saved it at the end. Like the line in was really good. Okay. So I want you to just try to focus on limiting distance on the next run. A little bit more aggressive, just 1 degree more aggressive on the throttle, but not when you've got a lot of wheel in it. There were a couple of times out there when you had a lot of wheel in the car and you were romping on it. The car's just going to go sideways. It's just going to push, right? So we want to make sure that we're unwinding that wheel. Imagine that the steering wheel is tied to the gas pedal with a string, and so you can't be at full lock and full throttle. You have to kind of modulate, right? Okay. You can be full throttle when you're straight, and there's not a lot of places on this course where I recommend in this car that you're full throttle. But when you're unwinding the wheel, you were a little aggressive, particularly around the turn down the backside into the finish, a little bit too aggressive on the throttle. So if you just wait a little bit, you can actually roll on harder when the car is straighter, and you'll have an easier attack. But I thought the car control was really good. You did not get lost, so clearly you're familiar with the course. Oh, we just had a Porsche spin. So a part of that is when you're cresting the hill, the car's going to get upset. That's an area where I felt like for a second you may have lost the course a little bit. I mean, not enough to mess you up.
I did the first time.
But when you came through, so that was your second run?
That was my second run, yeah.
All right, sorry.
I had them on earlier and nobody came, so they just sent me on. I was like, okay.
I went to the restroom and there was like a line like 5 people deep, and I ended up being in there for 20 minutes, so I apologize for that.
I got lost on the gate right after that downhill spot. Okay. Into the first slalom. I missed the first cone. I was on the right-hand side instead of the left-hand side. Okay. So when we come up the hill, right, so we're going to get around here. You're going to do your shift into second gear. I mean, you can probably stay in first on the whole course. I don't know that you want to, though. I think you can open it up a little bit. Yeah. You've got the torque. So get your shift out of the way up the hill. Tight line around there. And as we're going through this section, cresting the hill, the car's going to get a little upset over the hill. I want you to really look ahead and say, all right, I've made the turn. I'm unwinding the wheel. How much can I increase my duration of acceleration, right? Acceleration into that slalom and hold it deep in the slalom, right? Okay. So ahead of it and deep into it. Now, you're not going to go much deeper than the second cone, but you can get, like, from there, unwind the wheel on the gas. As soon as you're unwinding the wheel around that turn back, the big left and then turn back, you can get on the gas. So it's like anytime you can add acceleration on the front end of or hold acceleration on the back end of something, you're decreasing your time, right? Okay. And you're decreasing your hesitation, your off throttle time. So we want to try and do that on this run. That's our next big thing. Give me a degree more aggression and try to hold it a little longer, but starting it at the right time. So there's a difference between getting on the gas here and going sideways and getting on the gas here and being able to roll on, right? Without going sideways. Those are the two things we want to work on. Raise the aggression level 1 degree, look ahead and keep attacking the course. You seem familiar with it, but how can we attack just a little bit longer? Okay. For the most part, I thought the line was really good. Down that backside, I felt it was a little wide. You pushed a little wide going sideways down the hill coming into the finish. But for the most part, you were really putting the car where I felt like it wanted to be. Okay. And you weren't adding a shit ton of distance anywhere. Do you have any questions about it? Not really.
Okay.
So this is my first time doing anything like this with the car. I'm trying not to, I don't want to overdrive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I felt like you were exactly what I would want a novice to be. Okay. Right? You were in a car that is seriously powerful, and you drove it well within your limits. You respected the car. I never felt like it was unsafe. Okay. I never felt like we were going to spin. If I didn't get a chance to finish my spiel, so if I say faster, I want 1 degree faster. Every degree is just a smooth application of throttle. Faster, faster, faster is 3 degrees of smooth throttle application. Imagine there's a little baby bird under there or a little egg under there. You don't want to break it. You want to smother the bird, right? You don't want to pop it. If I say brake, kick the brake pedal, get right back on the gas where you were, no faster, no slower. You've got 373s in the back?
315s in the back.
No, gears.
I don't know.
It's probably a 373 if it's a GT350. So the car will throttle brake really easily. So you may be able to replace that kick of the pedal and get right back on with just a subtle lift. We never lift all the way off unless we're using the brakes, right? But if you give a subtle lift, it throws a little weight forward, you can turn.
Okay, so when you're braking, you don't want to like ease onto it, you just want to tap it.
Well, if I say brake, I'm just trying to settle the nose prior to turning. I'm shifting weight forward so the car can turn easier. Okay. So in that instance, yeah, poke of the brake or a subtle lift off the throttle, like a quarter of a lift. Okay. Right? That throws weight forward prior to turning, and we want those inputs to be next to one another, not on top. So you don't want to be braking and turning. But what I like to do in a big heavy Mustang is I drive the V6 with the stupid wing on the back, the blue one. I like to just poke that brake pedal and shift weight forward and turn. That helps, and I get right back on the gas where I was, and you're basically just throwing the car through the turn. Okay. If I say brake, 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 I need good solid braking, but don't trigger ABS, right? That's when you're actually slowing the car down. That would be like when you're coming into the finish. There's decent braking at the bottom of that big hill. If you're attacking down the hill really aggressively, there's decent braking prior to the turn down the hill before the finish, right? But if I say brake, 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 or stop, 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 I need you to stop the car. You can ignore anything I say on the throttle side. If I'm telling you to go faster and you don't want to, just don't at the end of the run say, hey, I didn't want to go that fast. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. You cannot ignore anything I say on the braking side. If I'm telling you to slow down, I'm telling you to slow down for a reason. Yeah. But yeah, so I think safely, based on what I saw, you can easily go a degree faster just about everywhere, and then work on your input timing off of that. So when I push you faster, everything's going to come at you faster, and so you need to be able to turn faster. Doesn't mean you need to turn more, right? Because one of the problems we had in the slalom was you were turning the wheel more than you needed to. And this car will hold to like 70 degrees out. Like if you're romping on it on a good set of tires, you can get the ass end 70 degrees out and you can drive out of it. But we don't have to do that in that slalom. It's a much smaller steering wheel. Okay. Does this seat go up?
There should be a handle on the right next to your hip at the end of the side bolster, and pull it up. It should raise it up.
Oh, that's back.
Should be on the bottom end of it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. It might only be on the driver's side.
It might be.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna try to have a growth spurt before we go out there. So these cars, the cones drop out like 4 to 6 feet off of the, like you can't see them and you've got 4 to 6 feet. It's just the way the hoods are. Right. So you've got to kind of Jedi mind trick where the cones are. But all that is to say, I thought you did a really good job on that run. I think you can just give it a degree more aggression and you'll be in good shape. Okay. And I'm going to push you faster, but again, if you don't want to go faster, and like I said, if I say faster, I'm talking about a little bit, just 1 degree. It's never like wrong. a more aggressive acceleration did for you?
Yeah.
4 seconds faster. Now, okay, so now the issue is you're turning the wheel enough, you're just turning it late.
Okay.
So we need you to turn it earlier. The other thing that you are doing is when
That's what I asked them. They told me to put it.
somebody will roll. Somebody will stress also. Somebody will let you know.
Grant, did you copy?
Yeah, I put don't know on the thing on the registry. And they told me to put it out. So.
I'll pass it on.
That was 3 with you?
3 with me? Yeah.
Yeah, that was 4.
Okay. So you can pull back to the grid. That was really good, man. No, I think you're done.
No, no, sorry.
Really good. Your first autocross. Really good car control. Took instruction really well. Got faster. So just with me in the car, you started at 49.
Right.
And you got down to 40.
Okay.
So that's 6 seconds. I'm sure your first one was probably still.
I did not see that.
Okay. It's on the website. If you go to auto-x.com, go to live time. Really good aggression. I like that you kept your hands on the wheel after I told you to, but your instinct is not to do that. So in the future, you want to make sure, like when you're driving on the street, just 9 and 3. Just get used to keeping your hands in that position.
Yeah, I took my hand off in the lower half.
Yeah.
And I caught myself doing it.
You were pretty well crossed up there.
Yeah.
That's just you got to think like it's costing to it, right? But you took the instruction really well. You sped up your hands really well when you were going faster, which is something novices don't necessarily do all the time. So that was really good. If you can continue on that progression, and you saw how you were able to kind of throw it through that first slalom. Like I think you entered a little faster than you wanted to.
I think
the car held.
Yeah.
And then so that's now you know the car will hold, right?
Yeah.
So now it's about saying, well, can I go half a degree harder the next time when the tires are hot? Really good, solid set of runs, man. I would say keep coming out when you're not working. Try to ride with people. Normally do have some other GT350s here and S550s, but there's a whole group of cam guys there that are, pretty fast, and we drive these cars and we understand kind of how they operate. So get to know them. There's a cam corner down there with the trucks and the cars, and then there's a couple of the cameras. Yeah. You have any questions about that?
No? You drive with me next time too?
Yeah, absolutely. There will be instruction at every event. Check out Tar Heel Sports Car Club. They do events in different venues. You can autocross every weekend. There's Charlotte. There's stuff out on the coast. It's everywhere. So there's 5 or 6 clubs. But yeah, anytime you register as a novice, you get the novice course walk. Sometimes there's a novice grid where novices get instructors. Sometimes we let novices go ride along before the first run. It just depends on what the venue allows it. So there's all sorts of perks. So I would keep registering as a novice. Keep being vocal. Keep asking for instruction.
On the registry, I didn't see a spot to register as a novice. Like, I didn't see anything on there.
There should be, like, your base class and then your packs.
Oh, okay.
So it's MSR is different for some clubs and others. In some, you register just as a novice and then you register your class.
Okay.
In others, you register your class and then your packs.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So are you registered in F Street proper?
I just registered as, when it asked to select my class, I said don't know my class.
Okay.
And then I didn't know what I was.
What's on the side?
They told me to put FS,
So there's no N.
no.
Okay, so you're just running an F street. So in the future, you're going to want to run in novice F street.
Okay.
And then that's going to give you all the work. And then if you do run with another club, like Tar Heel, and I do the novice stuff for them too, if you run with them, they'll put you in novice classes. So you just want to run in novice classes. More than you ever will. This was great, man. I love these cars.
Yeah, me too. I've had it for almost a year now. That's the first time I've actually been able to come out here and do something like this.
So they're pretty magical, and there's some people here that can really throw these things around. Before the pandemic, we did a lot more instructor drives and things like that. So I used to be able to drive this 550s a lot. Great cars. These are incredible. So there's plenty of people here that can kind of help out. Yeah, just ask questions. And so you know you got to work. Work at the third run.
Yeah.
But other than that, you're off, and you can ride with anybody who doesn't. Well, you're not registered as a novice, so technically, novices cannot give anybody. As a novice, you can ride with a veteran driver. You're not registered as a novice today, so you can ride with anybody who does not have an N on something. And I would encourage you to do that, just to see horse and speed. Good stuff, man.
Thank you.
Thanks for letting me jump in.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Anytime. Good stuff, man. Nice driving.
Thank you.
And you were recording it, right?
Yeah.
So when you watch the videos back, you'll see the areas where it's like, I'm not here.
All right, so that is a wrap on today. Worked my time at the course. Ran my laps. Hang out for a little bit, and then came home. It was a good day. Car did pretty good. There was a little area, small few spots where I feel like I could have improved, but for my first time doing it and trying to figure out the car, I don't think it was too bad. Definitely could have pushed the car a little bit harder on some of those turns. It's just like getting to trust the car, and I trust the car. It's just on a different level. So doing that, plan on going back again as soon as I can. So get the most out of that helmet, because you know that one's ain't cheap. So we're gonna try that. Go back again next time I have one. Yeah, car did fine, no issues. So definitely worth it. But I really plan on actually doing a real track day sometime on a real track pretty soon, actually. And the instruction from the guy was really, really helpful. I'm glad I got to actually do that and have somebody ride with me. But so that being said, thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next one.